Worst movie of the year just came out. Guys, let me tell you something almost as sad as a bad movie. No, I'd say even sadder than a bad movie. A bad sequel to a good movie. Because you see, a bad movie, no one cares. Lots of bad movies come out, and I don't give a crap about any of them. Now, if there's a movie that I do give a crap about, that I do love, desperately, and appreciate so much, and the sequel comes out, and the sequel is absolute dog shit, that's the worst news in the world. And as someone that loves Megamind so much, like literally, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Megamind is like an actual masterpiece. I've never seen a movie with such a perfect cast of characters, from Megamind to Titan. Titan is one of the best written villains in the history of animation. The fact that they massacred our boys just makes me so sad. So sad. All right, let's get into it. The worst movie of the year just came out, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually so sad. Let's go.
I know it's a little early to call this, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in the books that I think we just got the worst movie that 2024 will experience.
Not necessarily. And even if it's not the worst, it's just bad. It's still the worst because it's sullying such a great franchise. Bro, the gall, the chutzpah to make a sequel to a goat.
Basically got the Lord of the Rings Gollum for movies.
Don't say that. No, Mr. Critical, no. I'm begging you, don't do that to Megamind. No.
Ready this year. And I know
there's a Megamind 2. Yes.
Said something similar when Night Swim dropped a couple months ago, but I think Megamind 2 Doom Syndicate is much worse, and I'd like to explain why.
Please do.
It just dropped today, and I've already had the entire day ruined by watching it.
I'm so sad, dude. You don't understand. Megamind is like one of my favorite movies ever. It's a thematic masterpiece. All right? It is a subversive art piece. It is one of the greatest movies to come out of the last 2 decades.
So, I wouldn't wish that curse upon my worst enemy. I know.
Megamind 2, you're a villain, all right. Just not a super one.
No, that's not shocking news. There's no one surprised to hear that this is horrible, but I was certainly surprised at just how atrocious it is.
Oh my god, dude, I didn't think it was that. Okay, I didn't watch it yet. I probably won't, but I didn't think it was... Oh, no. No, dude, listen. You don't understand something drastic and so pivotal and important. If you watched Megamind like 10 years ago when you were much younger and you remember it as a good movie, but you haven't revisited it, you are missing out. Megamind is one of the greatest movies of all time. It is an actual fantastic masterpiece.
Just by giving it the old eyeball test, everyone who looked at any of the trailers or like the 6-minute sneak peek they gave could immediately recognize that they really brought their A game when making Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate. And by A game, I mean ass game. This shit...
Thank you for clarifying. I knew he was going there. Thank you for clarifying.
It looks like turbo ass.
Dude, the worst thing is, yeah, I watched the trailer. The fact that the actual animation looks bad is just wildly unacceptable. Like, the plot not being great just because it was a perfectly wrapped up story. There was nowhere for this story to go. You had everything in Megamind. The themes of what makes a villain, what makes a hero, what makes a good person, what it is to be recognized by people, the strain of the public perception. Like, all of that, dude, was so perfect in Megamind. You got a full-ass character story. There was nowhere to go with these characters. So from a character standpoint, obviously they couldn't succeed. But the fact that the animation is garbage and it came out 20 years later is actually insane.
Fuck me. It's an eyesore to watch. And the only known cure for sore eyes, as recommended by optometrists, is Godslap, baby.
Let's go! Right, plug your shit, man.
Worst movie of the year may have just dropped, but the best comic of the year just came out. Godslap issue 5 is here right now. You can pick up a copy at badegg.co, link in the description. First of all, it follows a beloved...
You should get his Godslap shit. Like, dude works so hard on it. Just from the very little behind-the-scenes stuff that I know about Godslap, bro really, really cooks. He's been cooking.
The animated film from 2010, the original Megamind, was a huge hit. People really liked it. And that was
People really liked it. It was a masterpiece. A masterpiece! crying and sad. I can't believe it, man. I cry. I just looked it up. The Megamind came out in 2010. In 2010, they had 14 years to make this freaking movie. And they made it shitty. Remember, everyone, there is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Megamind 2.
15 years ago. So it's old enough now to be calling your mother a whore on Xbox Live.
Alright, that's how I measure age as well.
And out of nowhere, Peacock announced that they were going to be releasing the sequel this year.
The sequel no one wanted. The disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is fucked in the ass.
People were pumping their fists like, yeah, more Megamind, let's go.
No one was saying that. Literally no one was saying that. I mean, maybe some people were saying that. I was not saying that. Whenever I hear a sequel to a perfectly wrapped up movie, I'm always furious. It's like when they wanted to release a new season of Code Geass. Code Geass has the best ending in all of fiction. When they're like, oh yeah, we're releasing a season 3, I checked out immediately.
Until they watched the trailer.
Oh.
Immediately, you can see that the Megamind sequel looks significantly worse than the original. Not only does it look worse than the movie from 2010, it looks worse than the video games from 2010
oh, no!
that were just shovelware. The Megamind PlayStation game, which was legitimately just a quick cash grab because that was during the era where every movie had
I feel bad for all 3 interns that had a month to make this movie. No.
Subsequent game release, just to continue double dipping, double fisting into the consumer's pocketbook.
Of course, obviously.
It somehow looks worse than that.
I feel pretty fisted right now.
Game, which again was just a quick cash grab. So what was the point? I don't
Another quick cash grab. I have the answer for you, moist Jesus.
really get it. After watching the movie, it really seems like they did this purely out of obligation, or they did this to test if AI could make a full movie. And I know that's a criticism that gets tossed around a lot, but I really
Dude, it's not a criticism, it's an insult.
really do think AI had a strong hand in the creation of Megamind Doom Syndicate.
Oh no. I'm just so
There's
sad
just no
now.
reason for its existence. I'd call it a waste of money, but it doesn't feel like they spent any money on it in the first place.
Oh shit, dude. Whoever worked on this movie is just absolutely gonna be insane.
Like everyone could
Dude, all these people are gonna like literally suffer so much for the rest of their careers just because they touched this movie. Dude, for those of you that are unaware, before we actually jump into the rest of this review, I have to show you the trailer, because the trailer it's dog shit. It's insanely dog shit.
Hello, loyal viewers. For those who are just joining us, that's me, Megamind, master of all villainy. Until I realized my destiny was to be a superhero.
Did you see? When have you seen a sequel trailer recap the first movie? Like, bruh.
Megamind is back,
I'm kind of a big deal.
and you're welcome.
You're all so lucky to have me as your hero. Wow.
You were threatening the city a few days ago. Now you're defending it. I want to be a crime fighter, just like you.
You're adorable in a pushy sort of way. Here's a souvenir. It's either a paperweight or a flash grenade, so careful with that.
Yeah, what a hero, am I right? Like, wow. I love how not Will Ferrell is doing such a good job.
DreamWorks Animation.
The Doom Syndicate. I despise them more than button-down collars.
Ah, yes. First of all, the animation looks like so shit. Like, where's the emotion in his face? But forget that for a second. Bro, look how sad this is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but that's awful, but oh no.
Megamind.
That any way to welcome your old crew?
Why does it look so bad? It looks like YouTube animations. Put a chick in it, make it gay. Dude, but unironically though, look at this. Look at her speaking. It looks like it came out of Coco Melon.
You still think I'm a villain?
Let's have a good old-fashioned crime spree.
Or let's have some fun before jumping into evil business.
Like there is no at all reason for this movie to exist. Forget the fact that it sucks, but for the character design. What's the character design? A mime. A girl with a yellow shirt. Magma guy. Like, forget the... Dude, the villains... Why would these characters be here? There is nowhere for Megamind to grow at all. Like, at least in a sequel, make some sort... Kung Fu Panda, I think, was a pretty perfect movie. okay? I really think it was a pretty perfect movie. And while the sequels were not as good as the original, especially the third, Kung Fu Panda 2 was pretty good. You know why? Because there was still room for Po's character to grow in the second movie. In Kung Fu Panda 2, there is still a way for Po to grow. And he did so much. He evolved so much. Bro.
Charades, anyone?
Act like a villain.
Until I can stop them, we must keep up evil appearances.
That's
That is the stupidest plot in the universe.
pretty devious.
Think like a hero.
Those bystanders are about to get squished!
It does not look good for them. Oh, right, I'm a hero now.
Like, dude, it literally looks like the Disney kids' awful shows.
Time to kick some Doom Syndicate booty. Oh, guess it was a flash grenade.
Ah, I'm sure that that's a gimmick that shows up all the way at the end of the fucking movie. Like, it looks awful. It looks bad. It looks like there's no plot. It looks like there's no soul or character or themes. It literally looks like Coco Melon AI blended garbage bullshit that's just created to show relatable faces that children are familiar with. Another run. The fact that this trailer only has 1 million views is, like, it's humiliating. Like, this is one of the worst trailers of anything I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that Charlie is saying that the actual movie is somehow worse than the trailer even looks is mind-blowing. Guys, for those of you that are unaware of how awful this trailer has 93% dislikes, and that's including the freaking iPad kids that are watching it. Like, do you understand that? That's actually crazy. For Rick. That's insane.
Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate, the new film. And if you love Megamind as much as he does,
Me is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world.
keep the fun
I
going.
mean, true, but insane. But also, this is fucking awful.
Recognized from the trailer, it looks horrible. It's
It
as
looks
cheaply
horrible.
made as possible. Jimmy Neutron is more visually appealing than this. It just, I don't get why the fuck they'd make it to begin with. It's not like
Well, the excitement is Charlie is about to tear it a new one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
they even really had a story to tell either. It's as simple as it gets. Megamind's the hero now. The Doom Syndicate, they want
They think he's a villain, and they're like, ooga booga, let's tickle some buttholes. And he's like, oh shit, we should totally do that, but I'm a hero, so I'm gonna betray my old friends.
him to be evil again, so he puts on this facade that he's evil and only pretending to be a hero. And it's just such a snooze fest. Like, nothing happens at all because they didn't want to animate anything at all.
Animate? They didn't write a story. It's humiliating and sad. It's sad and humiliating and sad. And I'm furious. I'm furious that they could just do this to beloved characters and IPs. Like, holy shit, it's embarrassing and humiliating. Like, as a human race, I am ashamed that they are part of my species.
So even when you reach the end of the movie where they're having like the final showdown between Megamind and the Doom Syndicate,
Which were spoiled in the trailer, by the way.
looks like you're watching a scene out of the Butt Ugly Martians. They put no effort into any aspect of this. I thought maybe they were saving the budget for the final fight, but that was actually the worst animation for the entire film,
God,
surprisingly. So the final fight, it's basically one move for each member, and it defeats them. So, you know, the hypnotist, he gets defeated because Megamind pours a little bit of concrete on him.
That made me die a little inside. I'm just a little... Oh. I'm just so sad now. Do you remember Megamind versus Titan in the original Megamind? First of all, again, Titan, one of the greatest villains ever written, okay? Ever written. The fact that shows that someone who's just given all this power just gets absolutely corrupted instantly. Like, what an insane goddamn character. What an insanely well-written person that Megamind had to face at the very end. Megamind went through this insane character development, villain to hero, had to face back to villain. Villain to hero, he had to go back to almost his roots and his villainy. He needed to use every conniving trick in the book to fight Titan. He pranked him so freaking hard through that fight. Faked his own death, had all those drones. He had this whole massive strategy planned out from the beginning. That fight was iconic. It's what every major climax to a movie needs to be. Like a literal masterpiece in the finale.
The hypnotist came and Megamind poured concrete on him.
The lady who's controlling the weather, shooting lightning, she gets defeated because he has her shoot the lightning and it redirects at her and it defeats her.
That's... oh my fucking god.
And her defeat is a clip I'd really love to play because it is the perfect example of how lazy this shit is. The lightning hits her and she's like, ooh! And then they don't bother animating anything, so what they do is they just drag her down and then she falls over.
I'm like actually crying right now. I'm like actually so sad. What?
The word stiff doesn't even do it justice. It really feels like this was left in by accident. Like it was like the pre-viz, before they go in and polish it up, but then they just said, fuck it, run it. Just print it as is. It's so bad. There's nothing in here that's even remotely interesting. The writing is...
It's do you remember the original Megamind? Like, oh my god, Metro Man, what a character! What a character! Oh, and it's not even funny bad, it's just bad.
Just the safest, by-the-numbers, formulaic lines ever, non-stop puns out the wazoo, which really makes me feel like AI had a large role to play in it, because a lot of the puns feel like something ChatGPT would spit out if you're trying to do like a comedy night with it. It just doesn't work at anything it even aims to do, because it doesn't aim to do anything. It's just actually a waste of an hour and 25 minutes. I think it's actually crazy. Just there to be noise for children.
I literally think the same thing. It looks like it's just going to be some sort of Disney Plus shit that they're just going to put there and kids are going to watch it and that's it. And it's going to be the equivalent of Cocomelon. I think what they're really testing here is not AI. While I do think AI probably did have a part in it, I have a better guess. I think my guess is they want to see if they could dumb it down and just keep it for a demographic of children, that they could churn out shit quality movies that are just based on famous IPs that they could just have in theaters and running on Disney Plus just for kids to rot child brains instead. And I think they're testing the waters to see if that is actually successful. And if this movie actually does make a lot of money, even though a lot of adults aren't going to like it, and the brainless children that just see a recognizable character and are going to watch it just because that character is recognizable, this is just a massive move by the shadow government to fucking start retelling and increasing the scope of all these stories into just mindless child drivel. All they have to do is make one famous movie, and then they can make 100 absolute dog shit sequels with recognizable characters that children are gonna watch.
Like, there's no other purpose for it. It's just a lot of fucking noise for kids. But it doesn't realize that in this day and age, kids get unlimited amount of noise through things like TikTok, where parents just sit them down in front of an iPad and they just endlessly doom scroll TikTok. This is going to be boring even to them.
Yeah, and that's what the dream is. I hope it fails massively and this doesn't become an entire genre.
Because the attention span has rotted so far, deteriorated to such a alarming degree.
You watch freaking child stuff. Dude, you watch freaking child content now, it is an actual cesspit. Like, you think Maxor videos are edited like crazy? Like actual psychedelic drug trips? Dude, that's everyone playing Roblox right now.
This wouldn't do anything. Like, I don't think kids are going to be, Megamind Doom Syndicate fans, because it's fucking boring. I can't think of a single redeeming quality about this movie. Pretty much no one can. It has like a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. So not even like the most generous critics in the world can drum up a single compliment for it. I would hesitate to call this better than Food Fight, which is that animated disaster that I'm sure everyone remembers because it's been memed to death.
But there's one major difference. The major difference is Food Fight was not a sequel to beloved franchise, so I don't give a shit if it's awful. That's the thing. And I stand by this take. You can make as many terrible movies as you want. I literally don't care. Okay? It's when you take something beloved, something beautiful and perfect. You take a goddamn 10 out of 10 movie like Megamind, and that's something you bastardize. That's just so frustrating. No, thank you, random citizen.
It is infamous in how bad Food Fight is, and I would say that this isn't really any better. I would actually say that this is more soulless than Food Fight at the very least. The only thing worse than watching Megamind Doom Syndicate is watching Megamind Rules, the TV show spin-off.
I didn't even know there was a TV show spinoff. Oh my fucking god. They are literally churning this shit out. This is insane. This is insane.
That they also released the same day as this movie. So,
oh my god, the movie is a massive just ad for the show that they're just gonna have running forever for kids. Holy crap, that's insane. That's insane. They're just taking a beloved IP, they're gonna milk it dry with child garbage. They're gonna release an entire movie as a glorified ad for the show.
big surprise if you didn't get this news.
God, dude.
They released this sequel movie, super stinker, and then they also said, and guess what? There's more, and released an 8-episode TV series.
We are living in the darkest timeline. Literally the darkest timeline.
And holy shit, the TV series is even worse. I didn't watch all 8 episodes, I couldn't. I made it through 3. I don't know if there's a human being strong enough on
Why is he do this to himself? Dude, you did not need to do that.
this planet to power through all 8 of those episodes without blowing their brains out.
I might.
It is
I might. Should I turn this into another Velma? Chat, should we make another Velma situation out of this?
torturous. It's so insultingly bad. And yes, I get that this is made for kids, but that doesn't mean that it has to be unwatchably.
I'm watching Adventure Time for the first time right now, okay? I'm towards the end of season 3. This show is a masterpiece. Adventure Time was made for kids. No doubt in my mind. The animation budget for Adventure Time is pretty bad. Like, let's be real here. The animation is not great. But I'm watching it for the first time, and it is a freaking masterpiece. Like an actual masterpiece.
Shitty. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The primary audience was made for kids, but anyone of all ages can appreciate it. A good show, even if it's aimed at a younger audience, can be appreciated and enjoyed by people of all ages. That's the
100%.
sign of good, high-quality entertainment.
But here's the thing. It's hard to make good shows, or else everyone would make good shows. If every show's a good show, then none are. Okay, I don't know about that. But the point is, it's hard to do that. It's really hard to make a timeless masterpiece. You know what's really easy? Churning out 8 episodes of AI-generated bullshit with recognizable faces for children to watch. And I wonder what's more beneficial for these companies, which is the worst part.
This is definitely not that. I think they would have been better off just making a Megamind world in Fortnite custom games. It would have at least been a little more entertaining, I imagine, if you put little mini games in there or something. But watching the movie or the show here is just not worth it at all.
I'm excited. You're gonna rename the sequel of Megamind? Never mind. Got him. Nice one, chat. Nice one.
To anybody of any
You literally killed him.
age, I imagine. Like I said, I don't see this being a hit with children because it's, at its core, boring. It's a nothing burger. There is nothing that happens in the show or movie at all. At most, what you'll get is Megamind firing his blaster, and that's it. There's really nothing else. The villains barely use their powers.
Oh my god, it's awful. It's awful. They don't even have the villains do the stuff that the villains were made to do. Oh my god.
At all, really. I mean, they kind of do, but they only use it for like a single projectile each, mainly. It's just, it's so lame. I don't think anyone is going to like this at all. And I'm not saying the only way for this to have been successful
It's crazy that they actually did that. It's crazy.
is to have a ton of action or anything, but Jiminy Christmas, it certainly would have helped keep you awake when watching it. The writing is just so bad. Like, even like for a kid's show, it's bad. SpongeBob is a kid's show.
Yeah, you could come up with a million examples, okay? You want to hear the best example? I think for this current predicament, for this current situation, I think the best example for the current situation is Megamind 1. Megamind 2 was so bad, and you keep needing to compare it to kids shows that were good, like Avatar, like SpongeBob, like freaking Adventure Time, okay? Dude, what about Megamind 1? A show that was primarily made for kids, that was made 14 years ago, looked beautiful, was well-themed, well-written, well-paced, well-animated. Everything was great. It was a perfect movie. A literal perfect movie. And the fact that you know it's possible because they did it with the same IP! Oh my god, dude.
And that has great writing. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are or anything. It has great writing if you're fucking 3 years old or 30 years old. Megamind, I don't think it's going to appeal to any age whatsoever.
Crazy.
Like, if you put this on, if you put on Megamind rules while you are pregnant, even your fetus would be bothered by it. It'd start kicking and throwing a tantrum
Oh! Oh my god, dude.
inside your belly.
Fetuses are just gonna try to hang themselves on the umbilical cords watching Megamind 2.
It'd be trying to find ways to strangle itself with the umbilical cord or something.
I didn't pre-watch. I promise I didn't pre-watch. I promise, dude. I swear to God, I didn't watch the Charlie video before. I promise you, I would have. What the frick, dude? There's no way. Honestly, it's observation hockey. I swear, man. Oh my God, dude. I'm never gonna beat these allegations ever.
Something like, it is miserable. No one, I think, will like this. Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate sucks as a movie. Megamind Rules sucks as a show. It was a waste of time. A complete waste of time. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.
Damn, he went hard. I've never seen him just be this disappointed. I am so disappointed. Dude, it's like, it just gives me so much more respect for the good series that make money that actually end. Dude, I have so much respect for the fact that BoJack Horseman had 6 glorious seasons and then decided, you know what? We are not making season 7. I just absolutely love that. I have so much respect for a good ending that stays ended. For an IP that's loved and completed and remains untouched. Like, that is everything. Stick the freaking landing, bro. I am so disappointed with the entire entertainment industry, not just in the West, literally everywhere. The fact that we had a Code Geass sequel is mind-bafflingly stupid. Nux is the anomaly in the void. Bro, me milking the Sanji drama for 30 videos on my channel is not nearly as egregious as Megamind 2. I'm just so upset, man. Megamind live action next? True. That was so frustrating. Like, actually so frustrating, man. What are we gonna do? I guess we cry or laugh. We laugh at it burning. We laugh at it burning. This is what we do. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kick. Stay weird, fam.